Greetings everybody, this is Rendog coming at ya in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. We're kicking things off today, my friends, from the very edges of the shopping district, where I am very pleased to announce that I have just finished adding some of the final touches to Boombox Records. That's right, my friends, the shop we've been working on for the last couple of weeks is finally ready to open for business. And I must admit, it has been quite the grind. Now, I will admit that this project took a little bit longer than we originally anticipated, everybody, from all the way back on GIGACORP Island, where we set up the creeper farm to collect all the records, to finally getting the shop built and stocked up, which is something that I've just finished doing now. As you can see, I've added records and prices into each of the barrels for each of the different records. We're going to be selling records for 1 diamond a piece. And of course, we're going to be selling the super rare records like Pig Step, Relic, Other Side, and the other one that I can never remember for approximately 64 diamonds a piece. And unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of stock of the rare records right now, but I'm kind of getting a bit ahead of myself here, friends, because I thought what we could do to start things off in today's episode is take a quick tour of the final version of Boombox Records before we head out to the race course to do a little bit of work out there. I am so excited to show you guys the race course today. I have done a lot of work this week on a very long stretch of our boat race with Etho, and it's looking amazing. We're going to have a look at that in a few minutes' time. But first and foremostly, everybody, welcome to Boombox Records. It's open for business. Hermits can come and purchase records now, even though I doubt any of them will actually want any records, but I'm hoping that they do. And if they do want records, well, we've got the lot. Every single type of record, except for the rare ones, which we will be getting over the next couple of weeks. But I just want to quickly start off by saying a massive thank you to Cleo for the incredible armor stand work that she did here in the shop. Aren't these stacked records looking amazing? Oh, I love them so much. They're so cool. And the idea that I had was I wanted it to feel like an old school record shop where you would, flip through the actual records. I don't know how many of you guys have been to old school record shops, but you find like an aisle of a genre that you like, if it's metal or folk or country, whatever. And then you just sort of flick through the records to look at the record cover, and maybe you pull a record out and look at the back of it and so on, right? I wanted to get that sort of old school feel in here. And the way that Cleo stacked these records like this, I think it looks awesome. I absolutely love it. We have this magnificent carpet installed, of course, which looks super snazzy and super cool. It's got that 70s retro feel to it, which is something that I was trying to rarely get across in the build. And by the way, I want to point your attention to these awesome light fixtures that I worked out the other day. How cool is this, man? We got the new jar from 120, and we've got some end rods sticking out of them, and they look like a sort of postmodern light fitting, like an Art Nouveau type light fitting thing. Even though postmodern and Art Nouveau are, I don't know, the artists all the artists out there are like, Ren, you have no idea what you're talking about. And yes, I have no idea what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm admit it. I just threw out some words that I thought sounded cool, but probably aren't applicable in any way to these immaculate light fixtures. The light fixtures are sweet. That's what I'm trying to say. I really dig them. They're pretty awesome. What else do we have here on the bottom floor? Oh yeah, we have this really cool like exit here to take us down to this road in the shopping district, which I think is pretty cool. And it's kind of like a grand open entrance where, the rock stars of the server might come. Doc might roll up, in his pimp mobile or something and come strolling up here to come and launch his new rap record at Boombox Records. Oh man. My imagination is going a little bit nuts today, guys. Over here, of course, we have the area of the shop where you can come and test out the records. In like old record shops, you could go and listen to a CD or an album before you wanted to buy it. So that's kind of what we have here. And yeah, we still need to add some of the rarer records to this too, which is something that I need to do at some point. Hold on, it sounds like the jukebox is super loud here. So yeah, we've got the beautiful music playing in the record shop now. Absolutely awesome, adding to the vibes up in here. Friends, let's head upstairs, where even more awesomeness has occurred. And, well, of course, the idea of Boombox Records is that it's not only a place that sells albums, but it's a place where magical music gets made. Perhaps this is the headquarters for my brother Jono on the HermitCraft server. This is where Jono comes and works up all of the Hermit's time-lapse fast-forward music over here in Jono's studio. Maybe this should be Jono's studio, actually. I still need to name the studio over here, but maybe this is where Jono comes and makes all of the HermitCraft music, right? Take a look at this. We've got like an actual studio here. We've got a couch where the band members of whoever's recording can come and chill and chat and drink a coffee or whatever. You know, I'm seeing Doc rolling up here with his entourage, and his entourage is chilling here while Doc goes into the studio to lay down some sick bars over here in the actual recording booth, you know? This is pretty cool. Jono's over there doing the mixing, doing the sound levels and whatnot. And I've just realized actually that I need to add a microphone in here also. A couple of final details I do need to add into the studio. I've been working on this project for so long now that I kind of need to go over it again. Maybe we'll go over it in stream over the next couple of weeks, and on stream we can add the final touches to the place. But yeah, really love Jono's studio. Isn't this sweet, man? We like recording the music here and laying down the records and whatnot. Very, very cool. Of course, out here is a place where the record executives can come and chill and talk about the next massive single that's coming out on the server. And of course, there's a piano over here for any of our budding musicians on the server to come and play some Beethoven or something. I don't know. It was just the first composer that came to my mind. Oh, and by the way, we are also storing all of our excess stock here in Jono's studio. Here we've got gigaboxes of all the records from the Creeper Farm back on GIGACORP Island, and we should be able to keep the record shop nice and stocked for a good long while, I would say. We've also got a bathroom in here, of course, for anybody who needs to come and do some business. A nice private bathroom, although, to be fair, it's not that private. Maybe I need to add another block here or something. Still some details to do here, Fred. Still some details to do. Also, no tap over here. How do we even get water in this basin? Oh, I've forgotten so many details. I'm very bad at detailing in Minecraft, guys, okay? Forgive me. I'll make sure that this place is finished by the next episode, completely finished. We've got a water cooler over here, also with no tap. Oh, geez, I've just realized this tour is not going well, is it? I've left out a lot of things. I was just so excited to show you guys the final, or should I say 99.9% final build of Boombox Records. And, well, I hope you guys love it. I think it is so epic. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. And, you know, what I was most worried about was how it would fit into this part of the shopping district, being next to some of BOO's and Scar's amazing builds over here. But to be honest, I think the design is absolutely magnificent. Old Man and Luna did such a great job on it. I think it fits in really, really nicely. It's got a fantastic retro vibe to it, which fits in very well with Scar's building. And I guess it does pop out quite a lot because it doesn't have as much block variation as BOO's and Scar's buildings here. But I think it works. You know, I think it really works. I think it sits in this part of the shopping district really nicely, and I'm very, very proud of this build and very excited to see the Hermits come in and spending some serious bling blangs over here. My free cam is broken, guys, by the way. Sometimes it doesn't go back into my brain, and I have to relog onto the server to make free cam work again. Oh, man, just more sausage being made around here, guys. You really hate to see it. You know, sometimes it does amaze me how much progress you can make in Minecraft when you just settle down into a project and spend a couple of days grinding away. And that's exactly what's been happening over here at Blue River Raceways. Since the last episode, I have been hard at work adding another zigzagging section of the racetrack here to the back of the giant ice pickle, which I believe is where we got to at the end of the previous episode. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I am so very happy with how this section of the track is starting to progress. This, of course, is the Polar Bear Express section of the racetrack where we have to dodge and weave all of these polar bears. And more importantly, I have added a bit of a zigzag action into this section of the track. And we now have an ultra-fast bit of the track coming through the frozen ocean, but it also ends up being a rather tricky zigzagging affair towards the end. And this is getting us very, very close to connecting up to Ethos section of the track. And I'll show you that in a second. But I do want to take you through the zigzag real quick. So tell you what, let's get to the other side of the ice pickle. And then we can come for a full immersion race through these zigzagging zigs of zagginess, or something. All right, this should be a good place to test out the new section of track here, guys. Let's not start things by smashing it into a polar bear, though. And yeah, take a look at this, right? So we've been coming at full speed from the beginning of this long straight section ever since we came out of the big bend. And now we're going to get into the zigzag bits, and as you can see, it's not as easy as it looks. If you go a little bit too far into the bend, you can end up bumping into the side, but you want to try and cut the corner as nice and cleanly as possible there, and that'll get you through those zigzag sections really, really cleanly. And wow, that is a really, really fun section of track. I like that a lot. And yeah, I want to try add some more spice to these bits here also, so that it's not just straight racing. If you guys have any ideas what sort of obstructions or challenges we could add to this section of the track, please do let me know in the comments on the video. Please, I need some ideas, because we have a very long stretch of track here, and even though it will be cool zigzagging and racing each other through this, I want to make it even cooler if possible. But anyway, we're going to do a little bit of work out here for the rest of the episode on a section of track that I am excited to get working on, and it's not this bit. So on stream for the next few weeks, we're going to be finishing off the connecting section of our track here. We're going to be doing a nice, long, gentle bend through all of these ice pickles, but there is a very important section of track coming up over here where we finally, after all of these months, connect our part of the track to Etho's part of the track, where the two sides of the snake come together, so to speak. And it's a very, very exciting moment for the project. We're going to be building the track all the way through here on stream. And by the way, if you miss those streams on Twitch, guys, I do have a Twitch VOD channel here on YouTube. And after 24 to 48 hours, I upload my VODs to the Rendog TV YouTube channel. So make sure you go subscribe to our VOD channel. That way you can keep up with all of our streams. And we're going to be doing a lot of this grind work on Twitch over the next few days. But here we go, friends. This is the plan for today's episode, okay? Here's the end of Etho's bit. And as you can see, Etho was going to go in this direction. But I have not so subtly hinted to Etho that we're going to be going straight through this mountainside over here. I'm not sure if he has seen any of this. We haven't spoken about the project recently, but yeah, this should make it quite obvious that Etho's section is going to go straight through this mountain, and I've even laid down breadcrumbs over here to help track exactly where we're going. And essentially we're going to be going all the way underground here. I guess the track will pop out of the ground every now and then as the elevation of the ground dips a little bit, like over here. And we will then go into a 90-degree turn over here, and that will then come out of another big, I guess, tunnel exit over here. And that will literally connect the two snakes together. And that is very, very exciting news. However, there is a lot of excavating to do here, guys. I think the best way to do this is probably a beacon or a couple of beacons and a whole bunch of full durability tools. So let's get down to some actual block breaking, guys. It's digging tunnel time. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day in real life, and yes, I've got morning voice. Amazing. What a professional. Anyway, I couldn't wait to start recording today, guys, because I made some very serious progress on the tunnel last night. In fact, I worked on this till way past midnight, way later than I should have, but I was very excited to get this thing going, and I don't know, there was something quite satisfying about just hacking through this mountain. And I discovered like a bunch of interesting things along the way, which I don't know if we can actually incorporate into the tunnel design itself, but take a look at this. This is absolutely insane. I mean, what I'd like to do is maybe have like an observation area here, or maybe even this is like a glass section of the track where the races will literally slow down to a snail's pace on the glass. Oh my goodness. I should not be recording first thing in the morning, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited. Look at this. It's absolutely ridiculous. This goes all the way down to the bottom of Minecraft. Haven't actually checked if there's any diamonds in the immediate vicinity, but yeah, this is kind of curious. Oh, there are diamonds in the immediate vicinity. Very, very nice. Hold on, let me yoink some of this beautiful blue rock ore. Maybe we can call this particular passageway the blue rock tunnel, right? Yeah, that's kind of cool. We got the Polar Bear Express into Blue Rock Tunnel. That's kind of awesome. So yeah, anyway, I managed to yank out all of the blocks for the tunnel, and right at the last second, I don't know if you saw it in the time lapse or not, but I realized that I hadn't dug the tunnel down enough blocks and had to dig another layer of blocks out of the tunnel so that, of course, we can replace it with ice. But yeah, this should be a pretty big hint for Etho, I think. The next time he comes out here to work on the track, he was going to go that way. And he now has a tunnel to go into. So, yeah, my pleasure, Etho. Hopefully, you can do something cool with the tunnel. If not, I'll do something cool with the tunnel. Either way, we're making progress here, friends. All right, morning voice should be a little bit better, guys. I've had a cup of coffee, and I am a little bit more awake and ready to do one more bit of work with you guys out here on the boat race before we call it for the episode. By the way, it's a beautiful day on the server, just us this morning, and I'm looking out the window of my office. It is also a beautiful day outside in England today. Blue skies, sun is shining. Oh man, what a wonderful time to be playing some Minecraft this morning. Anyway, we are back at a section of the track that I've been meaning to work on for a couple of weeks now, and that is this massive open area that we have as we come through this sort of filtration system that we installed. It's kind of large and a little bit boring, and what I've recently been thinking about doing is adding some obstructions as we come out of these channels. And more importantly, I kind of want to figure out if there's a way to punish anybody that tries to go down the shortcut here. Or maybe not punish, but just make the shortcut a little bit harder to take and make it a little bit more risky. So I'm thinking about installing like, I don't know what these things are, like buoys, I guess, or barriers or something. So as the races come through here, they've got to be very precise and bob and weave their way through these little pillars of badness, I suppose, because if they end up in one of these things, they're going to lose quite a bit of time. I haven't quite figured out how big I want them to be or how frequent I want them to be. Also, you know, this track over here, this is supposed to be the safe lane, and I kind of want to reward somebody that goes on the safe lane, so there should be no obstructions for a racer that comes here. So maybe, for example, we can add another barrier over here and just keep this lane kind of like a virtual lane all the way around here. But if you go through the faster tracks through the filter, you have to dodge and weave your way through some pillars or whatever that are in the center here. So that's kind of my plan. Hello, Mr. Squid. What's happening, man? This is going to be cold down there, man. Sheesh. Your teeth must be absolutely killing you right now. Anyway, distracted by Squidditch. Guys, I've got some great news. Falsesymmetry contacted me a couple of weeks ago and said that she wanted to come and help out with the race course. I think she could see that Etho and I were struggling to get this thing finished and very graciously agreed to come and do some stuff for us out here. Oh man, so awesome. I've got some ideas for some really big things that need to be done out here on the course, guys. Let's just hold our thumbs that Falsey will say yes, because let's face it, we need all the help we can get out here. 3, 2, 1. Falsey, fresh gigapies for sale. Ooh. Would you like any gigapies?
I would. Are there some here?
There are some here. They're probably not. I say they're fresh. I mean, they've been here for about 8 months. So
they're very, very stale. Yep.
Yeah, they're ripe.
Okay, that'll do.
You can have them for free.
Thanks. I'll, you know.
Listen, I am so excited to finally get you over to the race course. Oh, geez, we've been talking about this for months.
I'm excited to see it.
Etho and I need help. We bit off too big of a bit of the project apple.
Yeah, I've heard it's quite a long track.
It's getting there, and I'm very glad that you are excited to come and help us.
I am.
I mean, don't get too excited though. Let's go look at it first.
Yeah. Well, as long as you don't want me to build the whole track again, kind of thing, you know, or like do anything too crazy, we should be okay.
Yeah, listen, Falsey, I'm kind of tired of this project now. I'm just going to hand over to you. If that's okay. It's at the end of the tunnel, last to the right. See you later, Falsey. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye. Right, it's mine now, guys. I'm taking over.
Welcome to Blue River Raceways, which is the name of the
Thank you.
track.
It's very, very cool looking. Yeah.
I mean, this is just like a tiny
nice.
little section of it. What I suggest we do you want to have a race a little bit later on?
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I do love an ice boat race.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll get you. I mean, you've got a race of your own, so you know you feel kind of at home.
A little
out
babby
here.
one.
Yeah, a little babby one. This is the mama race.
Little babby one. Yeah.
And hopefully, if we can get it done,
racing.
this will be the biggest ice boat race in HermitCraft history. So, you know.
Oh, for sure.
History's
Yeah.
being made here.
I don't think you're going to be able to beat it though. Ben. I hope you're ready for next season to, you know.
Oh no! What have I done? Listen, come up here to the top of this mountain. I want to take you through some options. Okay. You've basically said that you want to come and help us here. So I've been thinking about what could False do out here? What projects could I hand over? There are loads of different things to do, right? But
Cool.
I want to give you exciting stuff that isn't boring.
Okay.
I'll do the boring stuff on stream. You can do the awesome stuff on YouTube. Sounds good.
That sounds good to me, yeah.
So what we have in front of us here is both the beginning and the start of the race. The race starts in that tunnel bit over there and ends where there's dirt on the track.
Yep.
And this is where I want all the most awesomeness to be on the whole track, right? Because this is where the spectators come. You know, they've got to pay their diamonds to come watch a race. Like, you got to make sure that they have a sweet place to chill. So the first idea is to build some grandstands over here in this grassy zone.
Yeah, you got to be able to watch, right?
Exactly. And this is the finish line, so the spectators can both watch the finish and the beginning of the race. Pretty awesome.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And the second thing that I'd like to do, of course, is put the name of this track somewhere. And I've got a pretty cool idea for it. And I would be so happy if you wanted to do this particular project, because this is going to be a big one.
Okay. Well, what's the name? Is it going to fit?
Well, the name is Blue River Raceways because it's a river and it's blue because it's ice and it's a raceway.
Okay.
And I'm seeing it over there in Hollywood lettering on the side of that massive mountain over there.
That sounds great, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like there must be light behind it also, you know, so at night it like pops out of that mountain.
I mean, it sounds scary as a project, but it sounds like it'd be cool.
That would be cool, right? And there's also like a ton of things that I'd like added to this beginning, like some detail work along the sides of the track here. Just like basically the brief for you, Falsey, would be to make this start and end area awesome.
I mean, I can try at least.
Like that's all I got for you. I got no further details on the memo. Just make it awesome.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're doing that house and everything else.
House?
Well, from here it's like a house.
How dare you?
Shed?
How dare you minimize my house like that? Wait, it's not a house.
Well,
it's a pavilion.
A pavilion. Sorry, my bad.
It's a pavilion. That's where we go to have hot chocolate after like a long, hard day of racing on the ice, False. Gee.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to be finished, so I can have the hot chocolate while I'm building.
Okay.
Come on now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like other really awesome things around here. I mean, I would love to go on a lap to show you all the awesomeness. We can't show Etho's bit of the race though, because I know he's been busy doing some really cool stuff over there. But have we got a deal? You want to come work out here on the making this awesome?
Yeah. Well, let me have a race first, and then I'll see.
Oh. Okay, so if the race is not impressive enough for you, then it might be a no.
Oh, it's already a yes, but anyway, let's
go. Okay.
I'm eager to get going and race.
It's another beautiful day on the HermitCraft server, guys, and actually, it's another new day in real life too. I was up late last night, once again, working on this awesome section of track that you can see behind me. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Falsesymmetry, who has agreed to come and help Etho and I out here. I mean, listen, if 3 hermits can't get this project finished, then there's just no hope for HermitCraft projects ever again. Am I right? Big thank you to Falsey for coming to help, and cannot wait to see what she does over there at the beginning of Blue River Raceways. But for the rest of this episode, guys, I want to bring you back to this section of track, which I got a little bit carried away with on this last night, should I say. As you can see, it's looking so much different, and it's looking so much awesome. I have been thinking about adding these sand trap type structures to the race course for some time now. Actually, this was suggested by quite a few of you guys in the comments over the last few episodes. And I finally got around to doing it in this section, and it is just turning out so really awesomely. Or something. English, it's morning again, okay guys? Listen, morning brain doesn't function well with rain. Also, I need to sneeze. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently my schnoz doesn't want me to record today. Anyway, let me take you through what I've done out here, because now that I'm looking at it, it is quite a lot of progress since the last time you guys were here. I guess what I should probably do is try and explain the thinking, and that will maybe help you see what I am doing. So let's talk about this section of the track here. Of course, it forks into 3 different passageways. There's an easy lane, a middle easy lane, and then a shortcut lane over here. And what I wanted to do was reward someone for taking the easy lane by giving them a nice, clear sort of outward line through this section, and kind of punish somebody for taking the shortcut. But if you manage to maintain yourself coming through the shortcut, you should be able to get quite a lot of time. But I tried to make these obstacles on this exit from the fork basically make the shortcut a little bit more difficult and the safe route a little bit easier. And that way we can help people that are behind catch up to the people that are ahead. So if somebody takes a shortcut and gets bumped up in this area over here, that gives somebody on the middle or outer lane a chance to catch up, right? And yeah, essentially what I've done is added these sand banks, I suppose, and this will slow you down if you hit this, but it won't actually stop you completely, as if, you know, if you were going into a wall like this in a boat, it'll stop you. But these things will just slow you down a little bit, and it will make this section of track kind of exciting, because racers are going to be bobbing and weaving and dodging and weaving their way through these obstacles, and probably bumping into each other as these 3 lanes collide with each other in this section of track. And I think what this is going to do is make this one of the most difficult but most exciting sections of the first part of our track here, because there's going to be a lot of action here and quite a lot of racers finding themselves in the sand traps, or basically getting, you know, knocked out of these areas as they sort of try and dodge each other to get through into the Polar Bear Express over here. But yeah, it's looking a little bit boring at the moment, and I wanted to experiment a little bit with a new tree that we got in 1.20, and that of course is the cherry blossom tree or whatever. And I thought maybe this could be quite a nice visual change to the section of track. For most of the track so far, we've been in this like frozen tundra type biome, and maybe as we come out of the filter system here, seeing these like really cool pink trees might actually make this section pop even more. I guess there's a couple of ways that we could do this also. My original plan was just to plant a cherry tree in the very center of the obstacle. So let's see if we can bone meal this. Is this not going to grow in a winter biome? Hold on. Have I derped? Do cherry trees not grow in winter biomes? Wait, what is going on here? This is very confusing to me. This should be growing, right? Okay, there we go. I think it was maybe just because it was too low down. Maybe it was not liking the barriers here, or maybe cherry trees just take an insane amount of time to bone meal. I don't know. What was happening there? That was really weird. Oh yeah, we get the awesome sort of blossom effects also. Guys, this is going to be so cool. Like as we come through the section of track and underneath these cherry blossom trees, we get the petals coming down. Maybe we could call this section of track like, I don't know, Pink Blossom Way or something, you know, or like, or Pink Blossom Storm. Something like that, right? But this is very confusing to me that this tree will not grow down here. So strange. It's got to be something to do with these blocks here. Probably, I don't know, your Minecraft always works in really weird ways. You can never quite understand how it works. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was, for some reason, not enjoying these blocks being too close to it, apparently. But yeah, that is pretty cool. Although I think we probably want maybe more custom cherry trees to make it look a little bit awesome. That one looks a little bit wonky and strange, doesn't it? Yeah. It reminds me of like a camel or something. A camel with a beard for some reason. Okay, tell you what, guys, I'm going to experiment with these cherry trees. Let's see if I can make this look really cool. But I think we're onto something here. You know what? Minecraft never ceases to amaze me, guys. I've been playing this game for, I don't know, close to a decade now, and I still feel like I'm learning something new about the game every single time I play it. I mean, who knew that you could make such beautiful cherry blossom trees by just bone mealing the saplings next to each other? You know, no other tree type in the game creates such awesome looking trees without having to spend a little bit of time customizing them. And I don't know if that is by design or if it's just that's how the cherry blossom tree has turned out just by pure luck. But I gotta say, the way that this tree grows, as somebody who has grown and chopped down very many trees in this beautiful game called Minecraft, this has got to be one of my favorites. It's just so easy to grow, so easy to make look awesome. And the petals that fall down off of this tree, I mean, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Cherry blossom tree, my new favorite tree in the game, but by far. I'll tell you something, my friends, there must have been something in my coffee this morning. I did not expect to wake up today and make so much awesomeness, if I do say so myself. This is just looking absolutely magnificent. I was very worried about the pink clashing with the blue and the green and everything, but this section of track now has like a very specific feel to it. You know, it's kind of like when you're in this section, you know exactly where you are in the track. And I am very, very keen to find a cool name for this bit of the track, guys. Can you help me out? I've been trying to figure out a name for this section. I just can't figure it out. I've been going with something like Pink Petal Way or something like that, but I'm sure you guys can come up with a much more exciting and interesting name for this section of the race course. But yeah, all the trees are planted. They are looking absolutely beautiful. And I've not actually had a chance to race through this yet. And I thought I'd bring you guys back for a little test drive through this brand new section. Yeah, you can already... Oh, that is so cool. So as you're coming up this section of track, you can already see the pink in the distance, which kind of, I don't know, prompts your brain into understanding what's coming next. You're like, oh, okay, it's the cherry blossom part of the race course now. Let's concentrate because this bit's quite difficult. But yeah, let's see if we can get around this in one piece. I'm going to try and go through the easy lane. And as you guys can see, there's a nice clear lane that you can take if you go through the easy way. It does get a little bit tricky toward the end bit there, though. But if you can maintain your position, you can probably get a nice clean line through there. Right, next test is to see what it's like coming straight through the middle of the filter. And yeah, this actually might be one of the more difficult lines to take, because I think what we have to do is slow down and try and squeeze our way through this bit here. And then we want to make sure that we get a nice clean apex into the Polar Bear Express like that. It wasn't quite as clean as I'd like to make it, but yeah, coming through the middle of the filter does feel quite good too. Let's try this shortcut section here. So get foot off the gas so that we can get in. Use the stabilizer to line yourself up. And now I guess we got to go through here and then maybe around the back into the back line like this. This is a nice straight line too. So yeah, that's probably the line you want to take from the shortcut area. Or I guess you can bob and weave through this middle bit. I have also noticed that there is some damage happening to the track, which is kind of annoying. I think it's because... Oh, it's from the lamps. Oh, look at this, guys. Oh, this is so annoying. It looks like the lanterns are actually melting the snow. I think the blue lanterns don't do that right. I don't think blue lanterns melt ice. I don't know. Maybe or maybe not. Or I can just replace these things with packed ice, I think is probably what I'll do. But... yeah, oh, this is so cool, guys. I cannot wait to show Etho this new section of track. I'll see if I can get him to come and test with me for the next episode, see if we can have a couple of goes through this area. But yeah, I am so very pleased with how this section of track has come out, guys. By far, one of my favorite parts of the whole course at the moment. That is super cool. And yeah, from up above, we can see exactly what's going on here, right? You come into the filter, you decide which lane to take, and then you got to dodge and weave your way through the cherry blossoms to get yourself into the Polar Bear Express, where you go full speed through the frozen ocean towards Etho's section. And wow, awesome. Guys, we made so much progress on this project this week. I do apologize for the episode coming out a little bit later than usual, but, you know, Falsey got in touch, and I ended up getting stuck in the black hole that is awesomeness over here working on this part of the track. It's all turned out really amazingly, though. I hope you love it too, guys. And please do help me out with the name for this section, okay? Something really, really sweet. Let me know in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to carry on working today. I'm loving this project so much, I cannot stop working. So I'm going to get cracking on the next episode right away. And my friends, thank you for watching. We'll smell you all in the next episode. Okay, hold on. Let me just back it up here.
I'll let you count down.
Yeah, I'm going to do a proper announcement and everything. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Welcome to Blue River Raceways, where Ren Diggity Dog and Falsesymmetry are about to go head-to-head in the first ever 1v1 in 3, in 2, in 1. Go.
Let's go! Oh, this is so cool.
Okay, here we go.
What, you know what? This is fast.
It is fast. It is fast. Right?
It feels way faster than I thought it would.
Wee. Wait. Hold on. I've gone a bit wide there.
Inside corner. Inside corner.
Right. Okay, you're on the inside corner. This is called shortcut chicane because there's a couple of shortcuts that you can take here, but whoops.
Well, I'm kind of bouncing off the walls at this point, so I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. This is your first lap.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to get warmed up. You kind of need like a little warm up track somewhere, so you can just do a few loops. That's
a really cool idea, actually. Just a place where you could just go round and round in circles, dodging stuff.
Yeah, because it's the.
Oh no!
Oh, wait! I'm following.
I got stuck in the shortcut.
I'm not following you. I bounced off.
Okay, here we go. Oh no!
I'm overtaken.
Oh, I just went into my. I just made these sand traps. I just went into it. It's so annoying.
Well, you shouldn't have added them then.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! I just took the best corner of my life. Okay,
you are now in the Polar Bear Express, which is what this section of the track is called. And my only hope now is for you to go face first into a polar bear.
Oh, there's only one on the track right now, so you need to give them the memo. They haven't. Wait, there's another one. There's another one in the middle.
Hit it, Falsey. No.
No.
Oh, no, I'm gonna hit it.
Wait, he's moving. He's moving.
Okay, everything's fine.
Oh, I'm having a good time here.
Oh no, I hit the stupid.
There's a corner coming up. There's a corner.
I hit the polar bear.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's your fault that you put the track through here.
Falsey, this is MCC nerves kicking in here.
Is it? Well, why you, dude? This is practice. This is practice.
The creator of the track, and as soon as I race somebody, I just fall apart.
Oh, I think I might have. Oh, I'm in the water.
Yeah, I think that's as far as I've gotten. That's as far as.
There's no real braking happening on that one. Yeah. It was too late. Oh.
Oh, that bit's actually really cool, right? That super fast straight bit. That was much funner than I thought it was going to be with somebody else involved also. That's also, I've been going up and down that thing on my own.
Yeah, I mean, the speed of it's pretty good, right? Like, you kind of forget how fast boats actually go.
Yeah.
Even on the normal ice. So it is pretty fun.
I've had like a pretty insane idea, which is to change the entire track to reline.